One cannot think crooked and walk straight. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Some stability, a little bit more of that indecision. Which way is Bitcoin going to break? I can find articles on both sides of this telling me that we're going to be breaking to the upside and all kinds of reasons why. And then I can find other articles that are saying that we're going to be breaking to the downside and all kinds of reasons why. But once again, the fundamentals of Bitcoin have never been more sound. I mean, every single day, Lightning Network continues to get more adoption and more growth, which is going to be the ultimate solution for the scaling debacle that a lot of people keep trying to bring up when they want to, diss Bitcoin and say that it's not as good as all these other altcoins and cryptocurrencies. I mean, we're seeing once again around a 51% attacks. We got some news on that. I know you guys have already heard about it, but there's a little bit of an update on it. But you know what we do have going on over here that's better than a 51% attack? We got Samantha in the chat.
Good morning, everyone.
So how are you feeling today, Samantha?
Pretty good, I guess. Better than a 51% attack.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could just reorg the whole situation and double spend it.
I know. It's so shady.
Well, I mean, so far from what I'm coming to the understanding of is no one's investing in ICOs. So these people that are able to just hop on the computer and whip up some social media stuff and write a little bit of code and program some websites, that are taking millions and millions of dollars like they did with the ICO. Hey, why not just buy some Amazon servers and hook up their computers and, pay a few people in China to point their stuff in a certain direction. And next thing you know, they got more hash power than a lot of these other networks, and you make $500,000 or more. I'd like $500,000. How about you?
Of course, but I don't know.
Once again, we got the turkeys on the sideline being noisy as crap.
Yeah, the new ones really don't know how to behave yet.
I know. We'll have to educate them to the ways of Bitcoin and coffee.
I mean, we try to give them like treats and kibbles, and they're chewing and barking at the same time.
So I hope you guys are out there having a great, what is today? Wednesday?
Yes.
Wednesday. Hump day for everybody, right? It happens to be our second day off. Samantha, would you mind pulling up one of those wonderful screens here as we take a look at Coin Paprika, show how the cryptocurrency market's not really changing all that much at the moment and how we're going to find out what's happening here as we move into the future, right? I mean,
damn.
I'd like to hope to the upside.
Coin Paprika.
And let's see, what do we have going on here? We have a market cap coming in at $137 billion. That's up 0.5% right there in the last 24 hours. It's not too bad. BTC dominance still coming in at 51.45%. Not the greatest number ever. I'd like to see that up around the 55% or higher. But I mean, time will fix these things, of course, as Bitcoin shows its true colors with the scalabilities that are happening on all these second-tier solutions out there. We got Bitcoin on the other side of $4,035. That's down 0.21, so no big deal considering that 5% is the standard volume for day trading as far as I'm personally concerned. We're looking at the 7-day at 4.8% gain, so that's nice to see it in the green, finally, considering how bad last year was with all the red. And we got Ethereum on the other side of $150. Coming in at 151.57. That's down pretty much nothing at 0.16, and that's up really nothing either at 0.75%. Nice to see them holding on the other side of $150. I think Ethereum's another one that's like Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people are going to call this one out dead over and over again. But once again, it has a first mover advantage and probably is not going anywhere for a very long time. We got XRP coming in at 36.8 cents. Not bad there. A lot of people are calling for a breakout here for at least to 38. Whether or not that happens, I have no idea because I don't do technical analysis or buy XRP.
I'm happy they flipped back. It was weird when they were in second place.
And they're up 0.43, so almost 0.5% there, and some sideways action on the entire week, up only 0.13. We got Bitcoin Cash at $162. I have no idea why that still holds that much of a value. Down 0.5%, down 2% on the week. We got EOS at $2.80. There you go, Samantha, getting closer to that $3 mark that you love so much. And that's some sideways action on the 24 hours with 0.7% of a gain. And look at that 7-day with a 3% gain. That's up there almost holding its own with Bitcoin for gains for the week. Stellar Lumas, though, 12.3 cents. I hope you guys went and claimed your free $25. I did. Samantha did. They kicked our son's back and said because he was under 18, he's not allowed to own cryptocurrencies.
Boo, but fine.
And that's up 0.77 in the 24 hours and up 6.69. That's not the way I thought that would go. I thought a lot of people would have dumped that, forcing the price down at least a few percentages. Look at that Litecoin, 20% gain on the week. Nice. Almost on the other side of $40.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, if you were buying it there at 30, right? $10 on your 30, I'd take 10 on my 30 any day. We got USDT on the other side of $1 still. Don't understand that one. And we got Tron making a move on the other side of Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, it looks like. No, they were there yesterday. We got Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision at $87.31. That's some sideways action in the 24 hours and down 5.44%. As you can see, Tron making some big moves there. 2.7, up 6% in the last 24 hours, up almost 40% on the 7-day.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know any. So
nope.
It's another one of those. You look at the charts, you see those ones that skyrocket, you're like, oh, good for them. No, there's a lot of good stuff going on with Tron. People are taking a second look at it, reconsidering their opinion on whether or not it's a scam. I know that the white paper had some issues. There's been other things that have had issues. But once again, I mean, they're making money. They're continuing to gain. I mean, as you can see, they've made their way into the top 10 for sure here.
Yeah, their dude son guy is really trying to wheel and deal like a lot. Like
Japanese used car salesman.
What's that? That throwing something at the wall to see if it sticks. Like it's that mentality.
All right, as we have to do every single episode, because we're not for profit. We're out here trying to spread Bitcoin awareness. We're out here providing a free help desk. We run a tally fund. We're trying to raise money so that we can get out there to the Forbidden Kingdom Music Festival. It's going to be in Boca Raton, February 16th and 17th. At this event, we're looking to be able to pass out flyers that'll put the tools necessary to explain, hold, and get them started with Bitcoin. I've went through this already once at the Electric Daisy Music EDC. Carnival, yes. Yeah, the Electric Daisy Carnival in Orlando, and it was great. It went over really well. I'm looking to do the same exact thing. I have other videos showing me do that. Because of the music, you can't make any really good recordings of me trying to talk to anybody, but I can get a lot of good B-roll footage. I can try to edit it together so I can come back and show you guys some proof of what happening is. Once again, Bitcoin has no marketing department, and we need Bitcoin as the first mover to be able to gain adoption before we could even see the possibility of these altcoins gaining adoption. So everybody has to do a little bit. Everybody has to give a little of themselves. I found that I love Bitcoin. Me and my wife, we love getting out here and doing this. And it's a win-win situation. You guys help us pay for it. We get to have a good time when the sun goes down, because it's kind of weird to talk to people in the dark that you don't know. So during the daylight, we pass out the flyers and it goes over really well. I also love telling people about it. Yeah. I love telling people about that we go out there and that we do it, and that, we care enough about the cryptocurrency, community and the future, and that we want to help people be able to start the revolution, right? Because that's one of the underlying situations here, is that going into cryptocurrencies, you are able to anonymously or voluntarily, without getting beat, maced, or any of those things, or put on a list, you're able to move into cryptocurrencies, which takes power away from the federal government.
Yeah, we're pretty positive people, so we always, there's always a positive spin. If no one gets out and does anything, then everything that they show in the media and on TV is what people are going to start thinking Bitcoin really is. And no one wants to have everyone think that it's for terrorism and, money laundering and all of the stuff that they show.
As you can see, we're getting closer and closer. 21 days, 15 hours, 50 minutes, 37 seconds. And we got quite a ways to go.
Yeah, that ticker's making me nervous now.
So as you can see, anything that you could give to this would be
Hey,
greatly appreciated. I mean, I've been thinking of it, and I've been trying to explain it to people a lot more like a carbon offset. If you just donate a few dollars to this tally fund, we'll be able to take these few dollars, we'll be able to take it and invest it in not only getting ourselves there, but also the purchasing of the flyers and being able to pass them out and explain to people what Bitcoin is. So, I mean, I really do appreciate everybody that has done everything that's anything to be able to help this channel. I also have donational addresses that go to helping the YouTube. But let's stop the screen share. Let's stop begging for money because you guys know I hate it. And let's pull out the backyard. Hey, look, there's Kalidas out there.
Yes, and the Winkles and Big Baby.
All right, and let's pull up the chat here for Samantha. Is that Paul Rulo, my man, donating $10 first thing off the bat?
What?
Man, you're too good to us. I really do appreciate
Super
that,
chat.
Paul.
And
I
Truth
haven't even
Monster.
been able to get out here in front of the camera. Paul, you're my man.
Yep. Truth Monster says gobble gobble. Is the turkey indicator showing 5K soon? Turkey?
Turkey? What do you think? 5K? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I don't know.
We might be going on the downside. I'm not hearing a word from the turkey.
Andy Anderson says, good morning. It's a good morning this morning.
It is a good morning. I mean, every day above ground's a good day, but today's a little better than some of the rest.
Yes.
I mean, hey, we're not off at work today. We got some drama going on there a little bit too. You never know. We might be able to bring you a few more episodes depending on how things play out at the Human Resource Department possibly tomorrow. So
they're asses, but yes.
Whatever.
It is whatever.
All right, Samantha. So let's talk about our true passion. Let's talk about cryptocurrency. Let's talk about the news. Let's talk about what we got going on. So, I mean, you want to start right off here in the big one, or you want to talk about some of the smaller news?
No, let's save the big one for the end.
Save the big one for the end. All right, well then we'll
or at least the middle.
We'll start off with a little bit of positive news. I got a one-liner here.
Hey, Prudy, don't look like you're looking at this laptop.
We got Thailand. Their SEC is going ahead and approving their first 4 different cryptocurrency exchanges. We know that, you know, not the Middle East, Asia, Southeast Asia, that region of the world, they're real positive on cryptocurrencies. We see some of the largest cryptocurrency volumes and some of the best innovations and altcoins and everything coming out of that area and region. So with Thailand going ahead and getting on board, it's a big plus. It's another country that's going to go ahead. I mean, regulation is part of the process, you know. We've heard the argument multiple times that you need regulation for the mainstream to be able to get involved because they're not going to want to get involved with something that's not regulated. So here we are with the Thailand, SEC going ahead and approving the first 4 exchanges with a heavy-handed of regulation. So there's always going to be those backwater exchanges if you're trying to get around the regulation, but going ahead and getting some SEC-approved exchanges, it's a step in the right direction. It's for the positive. It's for adoption. It's for the community.
Prudy's gonna jump.
No, she's not. I think you should continue to pay attention to the show.
I mean, I don't know. You can't. Everybody just can't stay in limbo. Like, all these governments can't just be like, yeah, like just, oh well, we don't really like it, but we don't really know, like all the time. Like, so yes, it is good that I guess they're making a decision. They're starting to.
Well, I mean, I think 2018 started the ball rolling with regulations in a lot of countries, and now that here we are in 2019, government is slow. Red tape, dragging their feet. I mean, we're still looking at our government being shut down. So,
oh yeah.
I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time. Hopefully, of course, across of the year, we'll go ahead and we'll be able to see some regulation falling out of some of these other countries being able to increase adoption across the rest of the world, and not have so much of a Asia, America dominance in the markets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like when government has to do stuff, but yeah.
Let's go ahead and continue. We have the Brave browser. They're continuing to see phenomenal growth.
Brave browser is cool.
It is cool. It really does block the commercials. I like how it goes back and pays some of the YouTube content creators. As you know, the ones in New York aren't receiving their Brave. That's a downside.
Oh, that does suck.
You have to sign up for it and all of this other stuff. You can link a few of your channels together. They're talking about their upgrade. of 1.0, which is going to have ads, so you can actually start earning Brave tokens by watching the ads on the website.
Right.
So it's a plus, or it's a step in the right direction towards getting people to earn these cryptocurrencies. I'll have to check it out, of course, when it happens. Personally, at this exact moment, I'm not really using the Brave browser all that much. I probably should be. I tried it out for a little while.
Yeah, we were using it.
That was before they had the Google Chrome extensions.
Oh, you're right.
Stuff, and I didn't like not having all my extensions, so I had to go back to the Google Chrome, and I never switched back once they upgraded it. Change is hard, especially when you're old. I don't like
change is hard.
So they're talking about at the beginning of 2017, they had about 1 million monthly active users, and now they're talking about they got 5.5 monthly active users. Wow. So I mean, it's a lot more actual use case scenario for something that has to do with cryptocurrency than what we've seen on a lot of the other, dApps and things like that have raised millions and millions of dollars.
You gotta love dApps. I mean,
as always, you guys, please go ahead, comment in the chat if you have any questions. That's why Samantha's here. Don't put her out of work. She wants to say something. She wants to bring up your comments and tell us what you got going on. I love your 2 cents. I know you guys know just as much, if not more, than I know. So you guys always got a little bit to add too. I like to make this community very interactive. That's one of the advantages I have over some of the bigger communities like Crypto Lark and Ivan on Tech and Crypto. I'm here. It's me, my wife. We're small. There's probably only, fingers crossed, 25, 30 people in the chat. What's the matter?
Turkey's on the wire. These turkeys really don't know what the show's about, man. All right, we're good. Whew. All sorts of stuff. And no one's talking. No one's giving me a voice. It's okay.
I know that I seen that there was another wallet out there that's working with the Lightning Network where you can not only send, but you can also receive. So this is now the second one. We went ahead and we downloaded the wallet of Satoshi. We've been trying that out.
Yeah, that worked. That was cool.
It's working. It works really well so far. So far, the only thing that I don't like is that it doesn't have a corresponding BTC mainnet wallet that you can, when you close a Lightning channel, will then go back to your mainnet BTC wallet. But I don't know if this one has it. I would have to download it. I just happened to see the article on this one last night before we had went to bed. Yeah. It's called the Blue Wallet.
Mm-hmm. But we do plan on,
They have a Bitcoin mainnet wallet. They had some bugs. They did some fixes. They went ahead and upgraded it. They're coming out with their new upgraded version. So you'd have to go to the App Store. You'd have to type in Blue Wallet. You'd have to check it out. I don't know if any of you guys are using it already. I mean, I guess I'll probably check it out later on today. Maybe I could talk about it on our next episode. I got to make some room on my phone.
I know. Because we started to, and then it was like, wait, the wallet of Satoshi, you had to delete like 4 apps to get, and it was like, you're not going to be able to download this before we go to sleep. There's no way.
I think I need a separate phone just for cryptocurrency wallets. I must have like 5 or 6 different cryptocurrency wallets because I've downloaded them to like check them out and see what they're like.
That's not even counting the random ones you were like, oh, just give me your phone, and like downloaded it onto mine, but it's not mine. Like, it's just there. I have nothing on my phone, so it's pretty open access. I have that one little hippie hop game, and that's it. No one's awake this yet. I mean, people are here. At least the hangouts say people are here, but
Well, I mean, we've all heard about the 51% attack on Ethereum Classic, right? We know that this happened on January 5th. We know that Coinbase was the first one to notice it, but they kind of kept their mouth shut about the situation for a period of 24 hours. And then they started talking about how they noticed that there was a reorb, and it was a deep reorb or whatever. Well, I guess now they're coming out with some updates. I guess originally they thought that it was only going to be $400,000 that had gotten double spent. So almost $500,000.
I mean, that's still a lot of freaking money, but
now they're coming out and they're saying that we're looking like $1.1 million, 219,500 Ethereum Classics, possibly double spent.
Wow.
They went ahead and stopped all interaction with Ethereum Classic.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that means the trading's closed, like in-house, but you're not going to be able to get any in. You're not going to be able to get any out. In the article that I was reading, I'm not sure because it did not specifically say if Get.io was the exchange that got ripped off for the $1.1 million, or if they were just one of the exchanges that got ripped off for the $1.1 million. But they definitely got ripped off at that exchange, because they're coming out with a statement that they're going to take all of the losses for the users. So that's a big plus. I thought the bigger deal was that, 51% attacks have been happening in the space. The number of this has been increasing, and this is just one of the bigger ones. But this is the first one that's actually been at Coinbase that's had a 51% attack on it. So I wonder I wonder if Coinbase got hit with the 51% attack. But then at the same time, anybody that would be depositing, their KYC is fairly intense. So I don't know how they had false identifications to make these accounts to be able to cash out, and then to cash out into what? I guess you could go to PayPal, because that's another anonymous situation that you can use on the internet. But, that's all trying to figure out why they were doing what they were doing. So they go ahead and they suggest that Ethereum Classic is going to have to do something about the situation, maybe moving to a proof of stake, jumping the gun on Ethereum to be able to prevent this. 51% attacks are, it's a problem. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for any of these non-main, if you're not way up there, if you don't got massive hash power, if you're not the Bitcoin network, these things are feasible. It can happen.
Yes, and I mean Ethereum Classic was weaker than like Ethereum and some of the. I mean, I still don't. I mean, yes, I understand 51% attacks, but it's like no matter what, if you actually have that much control over a network, it's almost always more profitable to just actually like mine and do stuff for it instead of attack. But yes.
I mean, that's debatable. I mean, they walked off with $1.1 million here in just a matter of days.
And how long would it take?
It started on the 5th. I think it was on the 7th when their 51% had dropped down to 49% and they had lost control of the hash rate. So, I mean, we're looking at a period of 2 days. So they made $500,000 a day.
Yeah, I guess. Yes.
You're not making that mining. That's for sure.
Man. Come on. Fine.
You have to mine all the cryptocurrencies. Right. I mine everything.
You just have like a rotating like.
All right. So here we go, digging into our last story, unless there's something over there in the chat.
Nope.
All
right. We got more viewers supposedly, but no one's talking.
Hey, at least we have the most viewers for the big story. All right. Well, we're looking at where were they out of, Ann and Tom?
Oh,
the Netherlands.
Norwegian. So
they were Norwegian.
Yeah, Norway. There we go.
Well, unfortunately, Anne got kidnapped on Halloween, right? October 31st.
Yep. I mean, I don't know if Norwegians are Halloweenies, but yes.
She is a fairly older woman, 68 years old. All right. Tom is a fairly rich man, though, being with his net worth coming in at 200 million USD. So he's worth quite a bit.
Yep.
Automatically, I start wondering why was this capable of happening if he has this much money. But still, let's continue along. Ann and Tom was off somewhere else. Ann was home alone. October 31st, apparently their home was broken into. There was a struggle. Apparently, you can see that she was taken. It occurred in the bathroom. In the article, they talk about there was a ransom letter that was left. A handwritten ransom note in Norwegian with misspelling, like spelling errors. And they were going ahead and demanding, I wrote it down here, 9 million euros in Monero.
Oh, yeah.
So quite a bit of money. And with Monero, I mean, automatically untraceable.
Yep. Privacy.
So apparently they knew what they were doing, at least on that aspect or front of the situation. Saying for the police not to get involved. They said that for the police not to get involved if you wanted to see her again.
Yes.
If you wanted to see her alive.
Pretty much like every movie ever.
Yeah, so that's why they're saying kidnapping, because of the wording in there of saying if you want to see her alive. I guess they investigated it. They came up with pretty much nothing. They got no leads. They got no information. So now they're reaching out to the public, even though we're looking at a period of 10 weeks later.
Yep, and
they want our help. They want to know if we can come up with any information or anything like that. Unfortunately, personal opinion coming in here, I don't think that this woman would be alive
No,
anymore.
I don't think so either.
I think they say that you have like 48 hours after a kidnapping or 72 hours.
I mean, yes, unless I think
your
there's,
chances start decreasing dramatically. I mean, to keep somebody alive for 10 weeks.
That's some, I mean, yes, they do want a lot of money. So, I mean, that is, I guess, a motive, but I don't think, I don't know. They were saying that there was some evidence inside the house, but like nothing, I mean, nothing they could really go on. So even though some blood or something that told them this lady was there and now is gone, they said that they don't have security cameras. Like they did not have anything like that to view these people.
They said they got security footage from the surrounding areas already.
Like the street, like...
I don't know. I mean, if this man has this much money, of course, I mean, I have no money and I have a little bit of home security. So having this much money and not having any form of home security, that makes me wonder as well. But I'm not downing anybody, but Europeans do think differently than Americans.
Yes, they do. They don't have as much of a violent,
On top of that, they went on in the article to explain about that this man had some shady business dealings in the past, even though they could find no correlation to it. And they were wondering
some lawsuits
wondering if that had something to do with it. I think the biggest problem here is that a lot of people are going to start once again associating cryptocurrency with something bad.
Yep.
And that's not really what's happening here. What's happening here is that cryptocurrencies have an ability that regular fiat cash does not have, which is the immutability and the ability of censorship resistance. So these criminals see this ability and they are reaching out towards these cryptocurrencies to be able to access this. And they're going to use it against us, where ultimately we're continuously losing power in our fiat cash and our ability to actually control our own money.
Bitcoin is a tool. Like cryptocurrency is a tool. And the point is if you're a good person, then you're going to do good things with it. If you're a bad person, you're going to do bad things with it. Same concept. An axe. An axe can decapitate somebody, or it can cut down a freaking tree and make a house. I mean, it's the same thing.
Well, we also have another kidnapping story to go ahead and bring up since we're going ahead and talking about cryptocurrency kidnapping.
There's so much downers. I love it.
This was a 9-year-old girl.
Yes, a 9-year-old girl in South Africa.
Was kidnapped on her way home
This is another weird something.
Party
to her grandmother's. Yep, she was walking.
She was walking home. So I don't know why a 9-year-old girl, but once again, this is a third world country where people walk and children are forced to be raised a little more. Yes, and maybe it wasn't far.
I mean, it didn't say.
Yeah. So she's gone.
She disappeared on December 16th. So
this is a lot more recent.
She's been gone. Yeah, and see, but it's also the same thing. Like the Norwegian police didn't disclose anything about this lady's on October 31st until now, because they were going with they didn't tell the police likeness. This happened on December 16th. The grandmother reported her missing because she never showed up. Then a couple days ago, on a South African social media anti-crime forum, they had an email posted saying that they had the 9-year-old little girl and that they needed 5 Bitcoin within 48 hours. And that if they didn't get it, that they would cease communication and that the email would be deleted in 12 hours. So they had this girl for a month, almost a month, in theory, and just decided now, to say we have her.
I don't know. It sounds a lot like a conner, somebody that kind of came across this information and has some tech savvy skills to be able to hide their IP addresses and all those things, trying to make profit off of a bad situation.
Yeah, because they're also saying now that they tried to trace the email. The email came from some internet cafe, open IP address, no way to trace who it was at all. Then they said that they looked at the actual Bitcoin address that they had given to deposit the 5 Bitcoin in. That it has 2 transactions of $67 that went in and out. And they said one of the transactions went to another address that had 102 Bitcoin and then became untraceable. So they're thinking it was some kind of a small exchange.
Right.
But they have no way of telling who these people are or if it's real.
Yeah, I mean, they track the money a lot in order to figure out a lot of things nowadays, crime, tax evasion, stuff like that. And that is going to be how we get some of our power back in the future, is that currency is going to start becoming, cryptocurrencies are going to become anonymous. You know, we see a lot of this happening. And it's also like, all right, one of the big things that's been going on is that we're talking about the price of Bitcoin could be going up because Russia could potentially be investing here into Bitcoin to help skirt U.S. sanctions.
Yes.
Right? We heard about this yesterday. It's the same thing. You cannot censor a Bitcoin transaction, no matter who you are. There's a lot of power in that. Where right now, I mean, SWIFT is based on like a few dozen banks in Germany, or you know what I mean, or Belgium, you know, and they control the world's pretty much. Oh, truck going by. They control the world's banking network pretty much. You know, in the United States, we've seen that the banks will shut you down for getting involved with cryptocurrency. Yes. We've seen that, you know, if you want to donate to certain people, that they shut down their accounts, they shut down Patreon, and you can't. Hey, stop being the wire.
Hey, that is not anything you need, bro.
They start getting involved with, you know, people that are not necessarily publicly friendly.
Yeah.
Where does it end? Is this just the beginning? What happens in the future when the divide between the politics becomes larger and larger? I mean, we've had government shutdowns before, but not quite like this one. This is a little longer. You know what I mean? I'm not saying today that big things are happening, but the divides in America are becoming bigger and bigger. The divides in the world are also becoming bigger and bigger. The difference between the haves and the have-nots.
Our president is literally thinking about like Berlin Wall style-ness. I mean, all of it is there. It feels like something is going to happen. Like that. It just, all of the world can't keep going like this for much longer. Like something needs to just.
I don't know, the way that everything is based in the U.S. dollar, and so many people and so many nations are upset with the U.S. and the sanctions and their way of devaluing their money. It can't keep going on like this forever. Taking back our power, or people's power, or the government's powers in these places is going to happen, and everyone is starting to see that cryptocurrencies is a way for this. You know, we've seen the petro. You know, we've seen Iran talking about making their own state currency.
The turkey coin. Yes,
right.
I mean, yes, they're trying to.
As we see these nations talking about making their own currency, and now we see, I know he's trying to go for the camera wire. As we see
if we go black, that's why, people.
as we see them go, as we see Russia go for Bitcoin, I mean, that excites me. It excites me because at least they're going to be going for the right one. They're not thinking that they're going to go make their own cryptocurrency.
Let's do some Cardano, or yes, at least it is Bitcoin. I mean, we are, you know, Bitcoin is the best. It needs to be less countries making their own something, because as we're seeing from like the petros, it's not working. Like there's not a demand outside of your small country or your small county, or you know, whatever it is that you're using this coin or this token for. Like Bitcoin is the only one that's like, it needs to be something huge. Yes, it needs to be something more than just, I made this coin, I made this thing. You can go down to the store and buy bread with it.
I mean, that's why we come back to this 51% of tax stuff, and why Bitcoin is the way it is. Proof of work is for security.
Yes.
Okay? You need a worldwide effect.
I mean, it's slower for a reason, yes.
You know, you can't just go out and create a new cryptocurrency and have the same exact worldwide effect with the same exact security that you get with Bitcoin, because it's been in existence for 10 years, because it's gone through so much already. I mean, as we talk about, you guys have been here in the cryptocurrency space. 1 month is 6. So 10 years in here is 60 years out there in the real world.
Right? It's like dog years. It's Bitcoin years. Like, yes, cryptocurrency, man. That's faster than the freaking iPhone turnouts.
All right. Do we got anything going on in that chat there?
Nah, not really. We have R. Rafterman saying, good, glorious morning. And Andy Anderson says, just buy more Bitcoin.
Always trying to buy more Bitcoin.
That is the answer, people. Just buy more Bitcoin.
Right. So what do you think, Samantha? We're going to have to go ahead and wrap it up and get on with our day?
Yeah.
I hear them out there with some trucks. So
yeah, we don't know if they're paving or about to start paving some of our dirt road. Like, it's a good 2 miles away from our particular dirt road, but some of it might not be dirt anymore.
It'll help with the bike, getting it out to some
pavement.
Yes. All right, you guys. I really do appreciate you guys coming out here and having a cup of coffee with me today. As always, you guys are the greatest part of my life. You know, I love cryptocurrencies. I love this YouTube channel. I love communicating with you guys. And the best thing I can do to give back to you guys is keep doing what I'm doing. I got a free email, helpdesk at eugeneforest20@gmail.com. You can also hit me up on Twitter. There's a link down below for that. There's also a spelling of Eugene Forest if you can't figure it out. I'm also on all other kinds of social media that are related to these new cryptocurrencies that are coming out. If you could stop by and follow, join, share, all that good stuff, it's a great way to help out the channel without taking anything out of your pocket. If for some reason you do got these extra cryptocurrencies in these bear markets, I got donational addresses down below. That goes to helping out the channel. We do need a new microphone. We need some headphones that are wireless, or at least that's what we're talking about.
Something, man, because I never have a headset.
Besides that, we have our tally fund. That's the best thing you can do, though, is donate to the tally fund, because that is a lot more like a carbon offset. It goes back to helping the entire cryptocurrency community as we go out there and spread Bitcoin adoption and awareness at electric music festivals. We find that the people there are very receptive to it. And once again, this is all non-for-profit, so you can follow everything in the tally fund that's happening down below. And where that money goes, and everything that goes back to the channel. It's not very much, but we always come on air and tell you about our new equipment because we're really excited about it. Besides that, Samantha, do we have anything else going on?
I don't think mine's Twitter. Yeah, see, I don't know. If you guys
want to come out here and join me on air, please hit me up. I would love to have you guys come out here. We're always looking for the average, everyday, regular person that's getting involved in cryptocurrency. We want to talk about cryptocurrency.
Yeah, come talk to us.
If you got your own thing that you're doing, we'll also plug that on the show. Just give me a little bit of your time and some cryptocurrency Bitcoin talk, and I'll be excited. What else? Besides that, we're here Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
For sure.
Hit the notification bell. I'm trying to work on a few other things. Not sure what's happening with all that, though.
And if for some reason something horrible goes, we'll be here more often.
Yeah, you never know.
Right? You never know. Our Raptorman says that we love you guys, and hit the likes.
Please.
Thank you.
Go out there, you guys. Have a great day. And remember, keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.